Hello YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic today. I was reading some news on PC World. You know, this is kind of a little bit of old news for some people, but there's a lot of controversy behind Sopa and all that, but I'm just going to nail a little bit of it and what I think of some of that. Uh, let's look at Sopa and Protect IP. While some of the ideas are admirable, like I would not disagree that piracy is pretty bad. However, arresting people and finding them for so much money is a scare tactic per se, yes, but it however is effective. I look at it as this as well, as that if you just told these people to at a court hearing tells people to pay for every single piece of item without overcharging them, because these people, the government's the main reason why a lot of the American people are in the hole. It isn't all because of piracy. Piracy, if anything, is about 5% of that problem. And yes, while most people do get their goods from international consumer markets such as China as well as other markets of endeavor, most of these people who sell this bootleg material is based in the United States as well. They mostly have these little shops that sell, third-party style products at a much more affordable price. Guess what people are going to be able to afford that at? It's just like going to a brand name supermarket, but instead of buying their product, or their brand product, for example, Triscuit or something like that, you buy the Shaw's brand Triscuit. Are we going to shut down this local supermarket because they're not selling enough of those Triscuits, or those no-name brand, or those known rather brand Triscuit boxes? No. If anything, most of these companies sold, and if not sold, off their patents for those third-party Triscuits to be made. So most of these companies who do make these products, however, are not have not settled anything in China, if not Hong Kong, to make a legislation. I totally butchered that word, by the way. I can never say it right. But just establish something in that country to be able to sell their product without it being made in third-party elements. As well as they should not branch out, if not market, if not sell seats for jobs in third-party countries like that, because guess what? These people are going to learn how to make these products while working on them and be able to sell them themselves and be able to go, and be able to get away with it in a sense. And this, of course, is upsetting a lot of companies out there. You have most of these websites who illegally, if not host, ISOs and other product, if not music, that people who I would definitely say worked hard to produce will not make a single income off of. Now, while this moral bit would be knocked out of the way really quickly, yes, most of these people make this music to listen to. At the same time, most people make this music as well as video to make money off of as well. They're in it for a business. That's why they call it the music business. Now, while most people have this moral background to say, well, I'm listening to music just to listen to it, I don't have to pay for it, blah 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 blah. Most of these people think this is the easy, addicting route, and this is the number one thing I actually kind of chuckle about. Because let's look at it this way: humans are very monotonous, meaning they're very gluttony, meaning if they see something addicting, they'll keep on doing it no matter what. They will not stop doing it because it makes them feel good, kind of thing. It's like sexual acts, it's just like eating food, it's just like anything else in particular that's addicting. Most human beings don't have that trait per se. Most of them kind of have restraint, and while others just go out of their way just to grab what they can of this product, such as music. People love music so much they'll go to the means of downloading it through Rhapsody and other of these clients to be able to listen to this music that they like. Half the time people just download music they'll never listen to. They'll just download it for the sake of downloading it. Then they'll just have it saved up on their hard drives or their terabyte drives on their flash sticks, what have you, whatever. And while I look at the whole entire situation as kind of messed up. I almost said the other word there for a moment, but it's, to me, very head-shaking material, because I could see it both ways with the legislation of, again, I butchered that word, I do apologize, of these companies. At the same time, these companies are going a little bit over extreme because they want more money. They're just like the consumer, just as bad. They want more money for a product that they should be able to make ample money off of and be happy and content. Now, these companies expect a ratio of what they should make for their product. And most of these companies overachieve their minds and assume this is what they need for how much they make for a product. Now, if they lose so much money off of jobs and other things as well, maybe they should reestablish what they produce. I mean, you can't beat up somebody because they made a product similar to yours, sell it cheaper, and be able to make a profit. Now, if you, just like Nintendo's ratio here, they sold their Nintendo 3DS for $169 and was able to make a profit somehow from that. Yes, it was a small financial loss by their ratios and their little research, but guess what? It's making them some money still. And that's what I think a lot of companies should consider. Should they sacrifice quality for production value? They should try to establish and research something that would not cost too much money to produce and be able to sell it at a net worth that would, for everybody to achieve. And this is the major reason as well, I think, that a lot of people steal. Some people just steal for the sake of stealing, as well as some people cannot afford it. Now, this is just something that's common sense that most people who bootleg, ISOs for like products such as, because let's face it, just about a lot of people here on YouTube who use Vegas as well as others did not buy it. I purchased, if not obtained, my copy of everything just about I own, such as Fraps and Magic's movie studio. I mean, all the stuff I purchased through periodical terms of finding older products of this and being able to purchase it cheaper. Now, while playing the coupon mother is not always the best option, if not everybody thinks this is the cool idea, everyone thinks they have the money, so they should be able to spend it in accordance to how much they earn as well as ratio. I've seen this contradiction all the time with most people who purchase products. Now, I'm just saying this because it's commonly shown that a lot of people who purchase a fancy car still steal music, even though they're able to afford that car with pennies still in their pocket to be able to afford that song they want. I think that I can agree to a point that most of these people deserve a smack on the wrist. If not, these people should be given some sort of letter told, hey, you took that song, I'm glad you're listening to it, however, you should pay the dollar for that song. I think a lot of people, if they were scared into paying for that dollar, would pay for that dollar. Or pay for that product from the value that it was worth. For example, if the product's worth like $300 for like a video product, those people should be given a certain period of time through court order to pay for that product. Once they pay for that product and pretty much through a free legal term for the company's sake, so that way they don't have to pay anything to bring you to court to be able to get their money, I think that's fair. I agree that would help battle piracy. Everybody would win. Everyone would not be on their ass. Everyone would not be in jail because a company or a corporation is greedy enough to want that dollar that they wanted to get in the first place. Even though the product might have been old, they should make those people still be able to pay for that product accordingly. And however, if those people cannot afford that product, disable their rights to use the internet until they pay for that product. Is that harsh? Absolutely. That would kill those people not to be able to go on the internet. Make sure tell their providers don't charge them until they have the money to be able to pay for your service as well as pay for our products. So a person paid stole like 24 songs. That's $24 into each individual pocket of the music industry. That's a dollar that those people wanted in the first place, right? I mean, what's wrong with those people paying that $10 or if not $12 rather, to be able to pay for that music? But again, that's common sense. Everybody would win. Everyone would be able to pay for that product, and as well as those people would make their money for the product they burned their asses off to make. But that's common sense in a roll. Take it or leave it for what it is. That's my idea for the entire, Anti-Piracy Act. Make people pay the product retail price for that product, and there should be no problem. People would be happy to pay for that product if they took it for now because they couldn't afford it. So, that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. So take it easy, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.